Good afternoon. Today we're going to take a quick look at the topic of mobile learning. Mobile learning is the ability to provide or receive educational content on digital devices like smartphones and tablets. There are three major trends emerging in the area of M-learning. These are bring your own device, or BYOD, one-to-one technology, and a more upcoming trend, wearable technology. Now, there are many benefits to implementing M-learning into a school. However, there are always going to be challenges as well. I'm not going to cover these more general points in detail today because I'd like to focus more specifically on one area. That area is one-to-one technology for students. As you can see, one-to-one computing is an educational practice where a school or institution gives every student a laptop, tablet, or mobile device. So let's begin by considering both the positive and negatives of one-to-one implementation in our school. Allow me, if you will, to cover some of the advantages of this venture. First, it allows for personalized learning and differentiated instruction. We must recognize that all students do not learn at the same pace or in the same manner. One-to-one makes it more feasible for teachers to differentiate content, delivery, and assignments for each student. One-to-one also enhances student engagement, motivation, and ownership for learning. The learning can move from teacher-centered to a student-centered focus. Students have more options in their learning process due to the accessibility of online tools, and thus creating more of the guide on the side role for the teacher as a facilitator, rather than the sage on the stage, a director. Another benefit is the possibilities of ongoing and continuous feedback and assessment for students. If students utilize online platforms such as Google Drive, teachers can view student work in progress. Therefore, immediate and ongoing feedback is much more likely to occur. Next is the enhanced opportunities for group and project-based learning. The tech not only allows teachers to deliver content differently, but it also affords students a wider range of possibilities for demonstrating their learning. Students and teachers also have a much greater variety of tools available to them. By utilizing online content and resources, both student and teacher alike are not limited to the information provided in a textbook. Students find increased opportunities for collaboration both in and out of school. Again, using online platforms such as Google Drive allows for easy and fast sharing of information with other students for collaborative purposes. Groups can work together from different locations, thus eliminating the need for everyone to be in the same physical space at one time. It would also give students the ability to interact if they are home from school sick on a particular day. Students will have primary sources available at their fingertips. Whatever you may need is simply a Google search away. You no longer have to wait to go to the library or take a field trip. It can all be visited virtually within seconds. Student workflow is also greatly improved. There is consistency from one class to the next. No longer do students have to worry about multiple textbooks, folders, and notebooks. Everything can be stored and managed from one central location on the device or even from the cloud online. Finally, technology is brought out of its isolation as a separate topic or subject in a student's day. One-to-one creates a seamless marriage of technology and learning in every subject and all locations. Now, one-to-one, as with anything else, is not all sunshine and roses. There are obviously going to be some drawbacks according to research. Edudemic reports the following challenges associated with one-to-one implementation. There will be increased demands on the tech support department for updating and service. You will need to be concerned with increased bandwidth usage, as well as the need for increased wireless internet access in all areas of the building. There are obviously going to be some limitations of home access for students. However, with the increased availability of public Wi-Fi hotspots, this disadvantage can be somewhat negated. There, unfortunately, will be increased budgetary demands in the area of technology. However, there are other parts of the budget which can be used to offset these demands. And finally, technology, as pointed out by many opponents of the initiative, can be a distraction at times for students. Teachers must be able to monitor the usage of the technology and the devices throughout the day. So, why one-to-one? Well, in my experiences as an educator, I have personally seen some major benefits to integration of technology into our daily learning habits. Students develop an ownership of their learning. They find continuity of learning from one classroom to another. And there's the assurance that technology is accessible for all students. They have convenient access to online resources in all media formats, not just text, but video and audio. It creates opportunities for authentic audiences by publishing their work to online blogs or even to social media such as Twitter. It keeps our district up to speed with reality, the reality that students are technology natives and have devices and technology available to them and utilizing them almost continuously. And finally, as we talked about the increased budget for technology, there is the reduction in cost of textbooks, paper, and other supplies. So in summary, students today live with technology. It is something that they have been born into and have never known life without. Take some time to look at the average student today, even when not in school, and you will see them with technological devices at most times. Should we fight this or join the revolution? I don't think that we can compete for our students' attention anymore just by using the traditional methods of teaching. We must be willing to update our practices to meet the demands of our customers, the students. George Couros, in his book The Innovator's Mindset, quotes William Pollard as saying that learning and innovation go hand in hand. The arrogance of success is to think that what you did yesterday will be sufficient for tomorrow. The reality is that it won't be. Yes, there are pros and cons to a one-to-one implementation initiative. However, I truly feel in my heart of hearts that it is what is best for students. And isn't that ultimately the most important thing to consider? Thank you for your time.